Germany. I would like to welcome Torsten Gassan. Torsten's with us to talk about applications of artificial intelligence in document screening, proposal processes, really bringing business process management and technology under the same lenses. Torsten is a senior consultant at Siemens Advanta, a new organization within the Siemens AG. He is delivering integrated solutions from consulting to design to implementation and supporting unique digital journeys. He's passionate about risk and project management and drives the optimization and digitization of project business processes. Today, Torsten will show how to speed up project business with a really smart document screening. Torsten, it's a real pleasure to have you with us. Thanks for taking the time to educate us and to showcase such a wonderful application from Munich, Germany to the world. Very much look forward to your presentation.
Thank you, Jose, and thank you for having me here today. Let's share my screen right now.
Looks good.
See? Looks good.
Yep, looks perfect.
So let's get started. Thanks, Jose, for the introduction and the kind handover. And good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending where all of you are located. My name is Torsten, coming from the Siemens AG in Munich, Germany, and I have the pleasure today to show you how we're speeding up the proposal phase in project business by 300% using an intelligent document screening approach called Keyspot. By the way, Keyspot is not only accelerates your processes by increasing work efficiency, it also reduces risks, unplanned costs, delays, claims, and reputation issues. Keen to hear more about it? Let's have a look on my agenda. My presentation is simply divided into 3 parts. First of all, I will tell you quickly where exactly do I come from within the huge Siemens family and what is really new here. Then I will show you how we're speeding up proposals by using Keyspot and explaining what Keyspot is really about. Finally, I will close the presentation with a Q&A session together with Jose. This is the Siemens company. I don't want to bore you with any facts and figures about the Siemens AG, which I guess is well known as global technology powerhouse, active since more than 170 years. But really new and interesting is the new setup of the whole company. As you might know, since February this year, we have a new management board led by our new CEO, Dr. Roland Busch, and a totally new organization since October last year. With digital industries, we focus on automation and digitalization in the process and manufacturing industries. Smart infrastructure stands for intelligent infrastructure for buildings and distributed energy systems. Through mobility, we are a leading supplier of intelligent mobility solutions for rail and road transportation. Siemens also holds a majority stake in the publicly listed company Siemens Healthineers. In addition, Siemens holds stakes in the Siemens Energy, a new global leader in the transmission and generation of electrical power that has been delisted on the stock exchange since September last year. So a lot of things changed in the last month for the Siemens family. The place where I am personally coming from is a yellow marked one in the middle of the slide, Siemens Advanta. Siemens Advanta delivers integrated solutions from consulting to design to implementation and supports unique digital journeys end to end. We have more than 8,000 experts around the world and enable companies to unlock the digital future by supporting their unique digitalization journey from start to finish. I am specialized in the operations consulting, the yellow part in the consulting portfolio pyramid on the right side, to foster successful project businesses in the entire project lifecycle in various industries. So we as Siemens are very experienced in managing projects because project business has been a very strong part of the Siemens DNA and our consulting portfolios since years, starting with the first large-scale project in 1870, where Siemens delivered the first European telegraph line between London and Kolkata. Over the year, Siemens delivered different kind of projects and solutions around the world, from subsea converter elements over huge gas turbines for huge power plant solutions up to remote metros or high-speed trains. Today, Siemens starts more than 1,000 projects per year, and as you see in the colorful graphic on the right side, project business accounts for half of our order backlog with roughly 80 billion US dollars, and this is a really essential part of Siemens' success. Having all this in mind, I will introduce Keyspot, which helps to cope with risks and problems in project business. I bet all of you here has already experienced that the world is changing, speeding up, and is becoming more and more complex. For instance, customers expect shortening of all project phases for even more complex solutions. Especially in the early bid phase of a project, the time is running very, very fast. The bid team needs to analyze a large amount of text like terms and conditions, laws and standards, and technical requirements in a very, very short time. This can be tricky and bears the risk to overlook important passages. Exactly this was the motivation to develop Keyspot years ago, formerly known as Risk DNA. Don't worry, only the name changed in the last year, but the solution is still outstanding. So, among others, it enables proposal teams to produce high-speed proposals with fast reaction times and high-quality results. Typical questions to be answered by experts are, for instance, are there any showstoppers in the customer requirements? Maybe the customer expect a specific performance parameter which cannot be guaranteed, like a product or a solution availability of 99.99%. That's unbelievable and cannot be guaranteed. Or another question, are there requirements that led to unplanned costs in the past? Maybe the customer asked for specific and expensive EHS requirements which have led to significant unplanned costs in the past in last projects. Or finally, is the specification optimized for a specific competitor? Maybe the customer is using a competitor-specific wording in the specification, which indicates that the customer aims to get the competitor solution, or that the competitor was deeply involved in the preparation of the specification, hence has more chances to win the bid. And you might want to invest your time and money in a more promising offer. So Keyspot helps to answer these questions here and makes text evaluation much more easier. But what is Keyspot exactly? It's a web-based solution for smart document screening, saving time and money when determining your risks, opportunities, potential causes of unplanned costs or delay, or further business-specific content. With Keyspot, you can screen hundreds of PDF documents at once. Your content-specific summary will give you a structured overview of the results within minutes, and finally will increase your working quality and efficiency. What does this mean? Let's have a look on the right side of the slide, these magnifying glasses. A bunch of documents will be screened with Keyspot and will show each individual user only their role-specific findings. An engineer, for instance, only gets the relevant findings, the technical findings, and a lawyer, for instance, gets only the information he needs to know. All this will be seamlessly integrated in existing processes and tool landscapes. But how do the final Keyspot results look like? Here is an example of the screening results in the PDF reader. As stated before, the results can also be integrated in other tool landscapes. Here, the screening results contain the screened original document with content-related markups, screening bookmarks, and indexes for efficient text evaluation by experts. Meaning the exemplary engineer with the blue color code has a look on the blue markups in the original PDF file. He can easily navigate through the content related hits with the bookmarks on the left side or with the indexes in the lower part of the screen. Additionally, a summary provides an overview of all analyzed documents for easy navigation to marked up content according to business-specific tasks of the experts. The experts get also a prioritization of all analyzed documents, which are most relevant for me, depending on the number of hits in the document. And on the other side, he knows exactly which documents are not relevant to read in detail or at all because of the low number of hits in the document. This sounds all perhaps a bit magic, but the screening process behind for the end user is quite simple. Keyspot combines advanced text analysis technologies with digitized expert knowledge from the business side to valuable results. The advanced text analysis will be performed on our secure server. Using the web browser, the user can easily enter the Keyspot screening portal to upload documents in PDF format or whole zip files with hundreds of PDF documents and can download the screening results there. Important to say here, there's no need for additional client hardware or software. Only the web browser and the standard PDF reader, which is, I guess, well known and available for everyone, will be used. Furthermore, an integration in already existing tool environment is possible, for example, in existing commenting or requirements management tools, to ensure a smooth integration in existing processes. Also, smoothly integrated in the screening process is the optical character recognition, which ensures the screening of scanned PDF files. The automatic recognition of OCR need and the page selective application ensures fast evaluation of the entire content, also for scanned PDF files without machine readable text. Finally, the individual expert from the business will evaluate the results according to their business specific tasks. So we do not evaluate the final results at all. It is still in the responsibility of the expert to decide about the relevance of the specific findings and how to deal with it, because the expert knows his business best, and we are delivering the base for fast and qualitative decisions. To get this base for fast and qualitative decisions, a topic-specific search model, easily called dictionary, needs to be created together with the topic experts from the business and from the Keyspot experts in leading or in lean workshop sessions. These dictionaries consists of advanced search criteria like buzzwords, phrases, and complex patterns to highlight only the relevant content for the specific experts in the document. The combination of expert knowledge and company specifics leads to optimized document evaluation by increasing expert efficiency, because they are saving a lot of reading time and proposal preparation time, by avoiding recurring causes of unplanned costs, delays, claims, and reputation issues, because the expert gets the relevant parts highlighted in the document where past projects have suffered with specific customer requirements of the customer. And finally, the digitalization of expert knowledge, because this digitized knowledge creates the possibility to reuse and spread the know-how throughout the whole organization, and to avoid brain drain due to fluctuation, for instance. There are many other use cases for Keyspot application beside the already mentioned optimization of proposal process by efficient screening of large customer specifications, starting from daily screenings of a few document pages like a daily business news, monthly domain papers, quarterly company reports, up to large and less frequent screenings like any kind of contracts, requests for proposals, or large technical specifications with hundreds or thousands of pages. I collected just a few exemplary use cases sorted by screening size and frequency in the graph on the left side. But this assignment to a specific area in this graph is just exemplary and can be totally different from another perspective. So be creative to adapt Keyspot capabilities to specific business needs. Beside these exemplary use cases, I have real success stories with me. Here we are. The first one, the speeding up of the bid process, is the base for the topic of my whole presentation today, and I will explain this one on a next slide in more detail. The second one is a success story coming from Siemens Energy in the area of energy transmission. The bid team is preparing many offers based on complex technical and commercial specifications with hundreds of pages. There's only limited time for offer preparation with high calculation accuracy. Furthermore, there is the risk of missing important technical requirements and contractual clauses. With help of Keyspot, we significantly reduced the reading time by 34% with adequate consideration of important requirements. But how do we got this strange figure, 34%? It's strange, but it has been quantitatively measured during a detailed evaluation within more than 20 projects by the organization itself. They compared the reading time, the offer creation, and the respective calculation over all involved functions and got this impressive time saving of 34%. In the end, the investment for Keyspot paid off already in the very first year if we compare the initial implementation cost and the recurring cost savings per year. The third one is coming from the US, a US organization in the business area of smart infrastructure. The organization has a high number of projects per year in the double-digit thousands with small size of roughly 100K. There's only a very limited time for proposal setup and contract handling, and the large risk of missing important requirements and contractual clauses. In the end, we implemented Keyspot to improve the contract management in the offer as well as in the execution phase and decreased unplanned cost by adequate consideration of important requirements and contractual clauses with accelerated high quality offerings. So coming to the main story here, this one is from the Siemens Energy business unit for power plant technologies and solutions. The whole organization have been faced with several and complex bid and proposal processes, especially long idle times, extended iterations, and recalculations have hindered fast proposal preparation. As very common in process improvement projects, we analyzed the current proposal processes with all the different categories, affected products, and locations. By focusing on essentials, we defined piloted and implemented a detailed new proposal, including our smart document screening solution, Keyspot. As final result, the organization got a new highly accepted proposal process and speeded up the proposal lead time by 300%, meaning they are now able to produce a proposal within 10 instead of 30 days. Finally, the organization more than doubled the number of proposals generated per year. I guess this is a significant improvement and a great success. Coming to the end, here are some short facts about the Keyspot solution. More than 10 million pages has been analyzed so far by more than 5,000 users around the world. Since go live in 2013, we continuously improved our solution by inclusion of state-of-the-art technologies and modern designs. Today, Keyspot is able to analyze 100 documents with 1,000 pages for 10 different topics in 10 minutes. Yeah, 100 documents, 1,000 pages, 10 different topics in only 10 minutes. That's impressive. More than 500 topic-specific dictionaries has been created over the years, which are running on 2 dedicated secure data centers. One is in Europe and one in the US. Because due to the fact that know-how or documents in general coming from the US are not allowed to be transferred and processed out of the US, we have been motivated to build up a second secure data center directly in the US. We have a variety of satisfied power users within the Siemens company in the businesses smart infrastructure, Siemens mobility, corporate functions, as also in the new Siemens energy in the area of oil and gas, the HVDC electric power transmission system, and rotating equipment. Due to the fact that my new organization, Siemens Advanta, is going more and more external, we are also started recently pilots and implementations outside of Siemens in several listed companies and various industries. To quickly sum it up, with Keyspot, we offer a unique consulting approach combining process consulting with operation of smart document screening. Besides direct benefits out of Keyspot implementation, like the increasing efficiency of expert work while evaluating content, or the fast and robust identification of showstoppers and requirement, or the systematic transfer of knowledge and learning into daily business, are just direct benefits of the Keyspot implementations. But there are a lot of indirect benefits, because Keyspot can uncover potential inefficiencies in existing processes and can derive concrete improvement measures. As example, when talking to experts out of different departments to develop the individual dictionaries, we often had the situation that different departments are looking for the same content, like ambient conditions. What is the ambient temperature? What is the humidity there? And if 10 different teams looking for the same content, it might be inefficient and lead to different results. After analyzing the root causes, it turns out that there's missing collaboration and trust between the departments, and this resulted in double work and diverse results. One process improvement we implemented was the setup of an overlap-free division of responsibility regarding this specific topic, and only one dictionary for ambient conditions, which results are communicated to the whole team. Finally, by consideration of all these different benefits, you can avoid recurring causes of unplanned costs, risks, delays, claims, and reputation issues for the whole project already in the very, very early proposal phase with limited effort for the Keyspot implementation. That's all from my side. Thank you for the opportunity to present here. In case of interest or in case there are still questions in your mind after the Q&A session coming next, please do not hesitate to get in contact with me or have a look on our Keyspot and Advanta website to get more information about our solutions. So now it's time to the final point of my agenda. It's the Q&A session with Jose, and I will close here and hand over to Jose.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Torsten. What a fascinating journey on the development of this technology over time. Listen, to set the stage a little bit of the audience, there are a number of questions that have come up that we're going to get to. But the first question is, if you can give a bit of a historical perspective on how what is today called Keyspot was developed. I remember a few years back actually having an interview with with the team at Siemens, and where this was something that was only being used internally at Siemens. Really, nobody kind of outside of the company knew about it just yet, because it was like an internal process improvement. You're really using it to kind of do better proposals and do better processes at the company. So tell us a little bit about that evolution. Where did this all start? And then at what point you decided that, you know, we have something here that could be a product that others outside of our company could benefit from? How was that progression?
Yeah, good question. You are right. Our solution has a long history. We started with the development in 2013 with a simple master thesis, and this was so impressive that we built it up, developed it further and further. And we came from the corporate technology from the Siemens side and has the target to optimize Siemens processes. So Siemens is a big company, and there's a lot to do within our own departments. So we just focused on helping and improving our own processes. But doing discussions with the external world, going to conferences like this, we got the impression that, wow, okay, the outside of Siemens, there are a lot of companies which really are interested in our solution, and why not go external and yeah, move our solution to the external world. That's quite simple.
That's really fascinating. And that I don't remember at what point you kind of productized the solution and you went outside. You started in 2013. At what year roughly you said you started offering outside of Siemens?
It was with the transfer from Siemens corporate technology over the consulting unit to Siemens Advanta, and the Siemens Advanta was built up from the Siemens AG to support digital journeys outside from Siemens. And this was the reason why we had been transferred to this organization to support external markets with our solutions.
So this was very recent that it happened, that Siemens Advanta came to bear?
Yeah, last year.
Last year, excellent. Wow. So this is leading edge stuff for people who didn't work at Siemens and had access to this functionality before. That's tremendous. Thanks for that perspective. One of the questions that William Fuller had, what I consider to be a really good question. When you look, it's remarkable to see the impact of this solution proposal processes, and some in the audience who do not work perhaps on large infrastructure projects or maybe EPC type of projects may not have a good appreciation for how elaborate and complex some of these proposals can be, with thousands of pages. I mean, of very technical information mixed with very legal language sometimes, and to digest all of that stuff can be quite difficult. So his comment was that this is remarkable in terms of the speed up of the cycle time of the process. It's remarkable in the non-conformance issues that you're able to identify and areas that you can focus the expertise, the human expertise to review. So it's really remarkable. But one other question that he had, which I thought was really insightful, is that we understand that, you know, the quality may have improved, that the speed may have improved, but did it actually affect your win rate for those proposals? I know you can process more proposals, but did it impact the win rate of the proposals?
Of course, it do, because when you can double your proposals, you can double your hit rate or your winning projects. And remember the one example, the question I raised on the very first slides is about, is there any competitor wording in a proposal? And if this is a fact, I should think about to put my energy in another proposal with is more useful to bet on for my hit rate ratio. So I can optimize it in two different ways: more proposals and more focused proposals.
Yeah, understood. So intuitively, that's definitely makes a lot of sense. I don't assume that you actually have captured what the delta of the win rate before and after was, have you?
Not specific.
Okay, very well. That's terrific. And Torsten, what does it look like for someone who, you know, who is new to this type of application? Let's say I'm in a law firm that I have complex, you know, contracts that I'm reviewing, and I think, you know, this could be an application for some of our legal processes that we go through. What would look like if you could guide us through a typical implementation on something like that? What would look like?
Good question. The Keyspot implementation will be typically performed in three different steps. Starting with a scoping phase. Together with the business, we detailed the specific use case, which is the most important one. You need a specific and good use case to get the power out of Keyspot. And you defined the project specifics to tailor the whole Keyspot implementation. This is the base, the first one. And after you set the base, the second phase is the dictionary creation phase, where a dictionary or a search model is created for each specific topic in lean workshop sessions together with key experts from the business. So this phase is the most intensive part of the implementation, and really depends on the specific use case and the number of topics and involved departments. And the third phase, and the final phase, is the rollout and the usage phase, where the end user really benefits from the power of Keyspot and collects feedback to further improve the dictionaries for a long time, because language is changing day by day, and you have new products, new solutions. The customer changed the wording of the specification, so your dictionary needs to be up to date to get really to the important points of the document.
So this is very good. Let's go a little bit deeper on the second step. I'm getting my experts together. I'm kind of collaborating now on building kind of the in my beginner mind is what's like the initial dictionary, right? And expressions and things that I assume that we're looking for terms and expressions that are meaningful, they're important, that we need to scan for. So that's a lot of human input into that process, which is then, you know, one could argue that if you have that human input with some good search capabilities, then you're just doing a search. So what is the intelligent portion of this process that is maybe a machine learning or cognitive computing part of this process? How does it build on this human input?
Yeah, it builds on the rule-based approach based on the expert's input. That's the first and important one. But we also use artificial intelligence and natural language processing. We considered different language models and word embedding in our solution. So with this, we are able to look for example, a fire resistance cable. Yeah, we are looking for fire resistance cable. And for instance, and we will find also flame-proof wires. Totally different wording, but the same content. And with this artificial intelligence and natural language processing, we are able to find not only the correct wording you have, you get with Control F search, yeah, it's broader, and we are more flexible and coming really to the related content which is needed to evaluate a specification by the expert.
This is such a great example. What you just mentioned there with the fire resistant cable, it's and the flame retardant type of, you know, analogy. That's a great example, I think, to bring light to how it extends these human capabilities. And again, if you're looking at documents with thousands of pages, this can be really helpful in focusing the reader's attention to some of the to the key areas. Now, so if I, you know, maybe it's self-evident, but I'm gonna ask the question anyway. How, you know, where other than proposals, we kind of had a deep dive on proposals here. What other areas that you have seen that are that you think that can be really useful, or they can really benefit from the use of this Keyspot technology? What have you seen in the marketplace that maybe was like what you expected? This is just like a proposal process, but maybe other areas that are not so obvious that Keyspot can actually help.
To say, are you still there? The audio connection is very bad right now.
Yeah, I had a little bit of a gap on mine as well. I don't know if you heard the question. Would you like me to repeat it?
Yeah, I get this not totally.
Yes. So the question is, what do you see in the marketplace in terms of areas that can really benefit from Keyspot application? I mean, we talk about proposals. Are there some other niches or areas that that really can benefit from this type of application?
It is. It can be from market searches, where we're looking for what are the competitors are doing, analyzing articles, blogs, all the stuff which takes hours, days, months to read about it. You can use this application. We also use the application or the solution for a European tender platform, which gives 3,000 new proposals out to the world. And we are searching all these 3,000 proposals for our own consulting company, which fits to our portfolio. And out of 3,000, after scanning with Keyspot, we got 10. And analyzing this 10, we think about, okay, makes sense to bet on this today, or no, let's wait for another day. And you see, 3,000 per day working through this makes no sense, takes too long, but having 10 on my map, searching through it, does it really fits to our portfolio, makes a lot of sense and saves money and time.
What great examples, Torsten. Torsten, congratulations to the team for building an improvement and innovation internal to the company, realizing its capabilities, and then saying, you know what, this is great. It created value for us. It can create value for many other applications in the world, and you're out there now, working with many other organizations to help them in their own journey. So congratulations on the development of the technology, on the application for value creation, and for sharing the insight and expertise of our global audience today.
It was a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Torsten Gassan directly from Munich, Germany, with a real interesting development of artificial intelligence and application to business processes. It hits a chord with me because it's having spent nearly 15 years in the energy business. I have a deep appreciation for the complexity of proposals and projects in infrastructure, and how much time organizations spend doing these things that he just described. This is really an impressive application. So thank you for sharing that. And we are going to be changing gears at the top of the hour. We are going to go from Munich, Germany back to the United States. And we're going to move from Siemens and industry and industrial applications and infrastructure to healthcare. Well, we're going to welcome two great leaders in the healthcare industry, Dr. William Maples, who is the President and Chief Executive Officer for the Institute for Healthcare Excellence. And with him, we're going to have Jennifer Krippner, who is the Chief Experience Officer for the Institute for Healthcare Excellence. They're going to be talking about healthcare BPM, and specifically building a culture of a positive culture in healthcare that really drives business improvements and innovations. So you do not want to miss that. I'll see you back at the top of the hour with Dr. Williams and Jennifer. And in the meantime, if you want to check out our posting on LinkedIn under my name, Jose Perez, go check out what other people are saying. Pose your questions that haven't been answered here. Say a big congratulations to our speakers and sponsors for allowing us to share in this experience together. So for now, taking a break. See you back at the top of the hour.